Yesterday, BSG attempted to install a technical patch to escape from Tarkov and somehow managed to completely wipe a lot of players' accounts in the process, leading to an outrage from the community as most of you would expect. Fortunately, my account was not affected, but one thing I did notice is that part of the compensation that they gave to players for this mess was max traders across the board, including ref level 4. Now, I would assume that most of the player base was able to get ref to level 2 or 3, but once you see how much of a grind it is to get him to level 4, you probably decided it wasn't really worth it. So the silver lining to this accidental wipe is that we get a sneak peek at what ref has to offer at level 4, and we get to decide if it's even worth it to grind out his tasks. So today I'm going to be showing you guys everything he has to offer at loyalty level 4, but I'm also going to do a recap on everything he has at level 1 through 3 as well for those of you who are curious. So let's jump right into the video. All right, so here we are at ref, and we're going to be starting out with loyalty level 1. For those of you who are just here for level 4, I'll have timestamps down below, so if you want to go check that out, feel free to do so. But I've already made a video covering level 1 and 2. I will link that up in the top right hand corner right now, so if you want to see that or if you want to just watch it here, feel free as well. We're going to go through each of these and show you guys all of the items, and I'm going to give you some input on what items I think are worth trading for with the GP coins, because I have a little bit of experience of trading for some of these items. So at level 1, it's pretty basic. We just got some guns, some basic armor, stuff like that. The only thing here that I see is notable would maybe be the key tool early wipe. This might be good for you, and also Shatun's hideout key. So if you guys are curious what is inside of any of these keys that we're going to be talking about, I have videos on all of them as well, except for the key that you get at level 4, because obviously I don't have access to level 4, but I do have screenshots to show you guys. So level 1, really the only thing I see that might be worth it is the key tool and the hideout key. As far as these barter items go, maybe we'll see if they're worth it early wipe, but it's hard to tell right now. Jumping over to level 2, things get a little bit better. We've got some better items here. As far as the ammos go, you've got the FMJ, PS12, SS197 SR, and TCW SP. None of these I don't think are very good obviously right now, but maybe early wipe these will be useful. We got some barters for some decent weapons here with some decent attachments. Maybe some of these will be gunsmith attachments. I can't really remember off the top of my head. And then down here we've got some armors, a backpack, and then a couple of cases. This med case early wipe might be very good, because I think you can only get one from therapist level 2 or 3, so maybe if you grind out arena you can get your hands on a med case very early. And then the only other notable thing here is going to be Grumpy's hideout. Again, I have a video on that. I'll throw it up in the top right hand corner if you guys want to see what exactly is inside of this room. Lots of good armor, weapons, ammo, stuff like that, and I believe it has a green keycard spawn as well. So if you're curious about Grumpy's hideout, check out my video on that as well. A couple of barter items in here. You got pack of screws and pile of meds and a drill, but I don't know. I mean, obviously right now these aren't really worth trading for, but maybe early wipe they will be, just like the other stuff. We're gonna jump over to level 3. This is where things start to get a little bit more interesting. We've got quite a bit of stuff here. As far as the ammos up top go, you've got 545 PP, you've got 9x21 BT, M80, and the SOST for 556. You've also got a red flare, so if that interests you, you can get that. And I believe at level 1 or 2 he has a flare gun, so there you go. You could get the flare gun and you could get a red flare if that's something you want to do. A couple more barter items, and then again you've got some pretty good weapon barters here. I will say that early wipe this LVOA would probably be pretty good. I don't think it was too hard to get him to level 3 if you play a good bit of arena, but again, that's up to you guys whether you want to play arena or just play the base game. Now, if I remember correctly, you can only get ref to level 3 by playing arena. You can do his base game quests and get him to level 2, but I believe if you want to get him to 3 and 4, you definitely have to play arena. So again, good gun barters. You've got a barter for fuel here. A absolutely monumental trade that I use all of the time is the CPC mod 1. Now that this armor is very good, I barter for these every chance I get. I'm actually kind of running out of GP coins, but this is about the only thing I spend my GP coins on. I'll do this and maybe sometimes the U-Lock if I can't buy any bastions. You've also got access to the Osprey. This is the assault. Not that good in my opinion, but it is there and it is a little bit cheaper than the CPC. But if you've got 20 GP coins, just go get 2 more and get this. It is way better. And then down here you've got access to a weapons case and a items case. Now you have to barter Lega medals for these, and Lega medals are kind of hard to get a hold of, so I don't really think these two are worth it. And then down here you've got access to the T30 backpack. Overall, I'd say ref level 3 is actually pretty good, and it's not too hard to get him to level 3, so at a minimum I would say try to get him to level 3 if you can, but we're about to jump into level 4 and see if that is worth it. All right, so I've got 2 screenshots for level 4. This is going to be the first one, and as you can see, things have kind of ramped up a little bit here. You've got some really good stuff going on. One thing that sticks out to me a lot is going to be the spear. So those of you who don't know, if you want access to the spear right now, the only ways you can get it is by buying it on the flea market or by grinding Lightkeeper to unlock the ability to buy it from Peacekeeper. Now, in my opinion, 50 GP for a spear is not too bad, considering at most points during the wipe, the spear is sitting around 500k on the flea. So personally, I don't think this is bad at all. And to be completely honest with you, I think they're going to flea ban the spear next wipe. So literally the only way you'll be able to get a hold of it is from ref or by grinding Lightkeeper and buying it that way. I think we're going to be seeing the spear a lot less next wipe. Obviously, we've got some ammos up top. I don't remember what all of these are. I know this one right here is 45 AP and this one is 762 by 39 BP, so this would be a good way to get a hold of BP without having to craft it. I don't remember what these two are. If you guys recognize the box and you know what it is, please leave it in the comments down below. And then we have access to grenade launchers, so you've got both the western and the eastern grenade launcher styles, and both of these barter for a Lega coin, I'm pretty sure, but don't quote me on that. I would imagine it's a Lega coin because GLs are kind of powerful, and I think this is the only way you can get these 2 GLs without finding them in raid. A couple of barter items, some armor and stuff like that. You've got a GPU down here. This could be huge. Maybe you could save some money getting GPUs for your Bitcoin farm. You've got access to labs key cards. Now, one thing I don't know is how many of these things you can get. So maybe you can only get 2 labs cards per reset. You can only get 1 GPU per reset. I would think that those numbers kind of make sense. And then the last thing I want to touch on here is going to be the last hideout key. I don't remember what this one is called, but I do know for a fact that this one is on Lighthouse. I don't know what you guys call it, but I call it the schoolhouse. It's that 2-story building that's close to the road when you're on your way to the water treatment plant, and that room is going to be upstairs. I wanted to grind out level 4 ref so I can open this room and make another video on it, but I just don't have the time, and unfortunately my account didn't get wiped. I kind of wish it did because then I could make that video, but it didn't, so that's where we're at. All right, and finally jumping over to the last screenshot here, this is the rest of what is on ref level 4. Got access to a couple of good armors. The Zuck is actually kind of huge. 32 GP for a Zuck is kind of amazing, actually. I'm just now realizing that. And then down here you've got access to a thick weapon case and a thick case, and then a random bag that nobody ever uses. Now, both of these cases are trades for a Lega medal, so 16 Lega medals for a thick case, 6 Lega medals for a thick weapons case. Personally, I don't really feel like these are worth it at all. The Lega medals are kind of hard to get a hold of, and if I do get them, I kind of just want to use them on those keys and run those rooms. Personally, I think that's way more valuable and you get a lot of good stuff out of the rooms, so you guys are free to spend them how you want, but I would personally just use them on the keys. And that's it. That's everything you can get at ref level 4 and also levels 1 through 3. So now you guys know absolutely everything that he has to offer. Obviously this can change in the future, but for right now, that's what we have. Personally, I don't really think it's worth grinding him to level 4. As you guys can see, I'm at 0.55 rep, and you need 1.2 rep to get him to level 4, and the quests that he gives you and the rep that he gives you from the arena tasks, this would take so long to get him to level 4. Maybe they'll adjust it, maybe they won't, I don't know, but personally, I just don't think it's worth it getting him to level 4. However, I believe next wipe, I'm going to try my best just so we can get that last key and see what's inside that room. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to get on here and show you guys everything if you were curious. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for all of the support here recently. We're coming up on 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I think that's absolutely insane. So once we do hit 10K, we're going to be doing a face reveal over on Twitch. So if you guys want to see how ugly I am, feel free to subscribe and contribute contribute to that. Also, as soon as we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're going to be planning a 24-hour stream, and I think hopefully it'll coordinate pretty well with the wipe being early, so that would be cool. We can make a lot of progress in 24 hours. So if you guys are interested in that, feel free to subscribe here on YouTube and hop over to Twitch and drop me a follow. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.